Half of you have no idea what's happening on the left, and half of you have no idea what's happening on the right. That sounded very political. Let me rephrase that. Albion Online and Dota 2 are two very different games, both in genre and mechanics. You've read the title. You must think it's impossible to compare these two games. Well, you are right, for the most parts. I would argue that not only it is possible to compare any two games, but it is beneficial for both of them. In this video, I will compare Albion Online and Dota 2 in 5 different aspects and see if the devs could use some suggestions. As for the qualifications, I might be a baby in Albion with only 1600 hours of gameplay, but when it comes to Dota, I'm a goddamn giga chat. I know every hero, every item, every mechanic, every combo. I was there when techies changed, I was there when Tinker was on coke. Well, that's for the qualifications. Now let's get to the first comparison. Okay. Camera movement. Well, in Dota, you can move the camera anywhere you want, even from the minimap. But in a game like Albion, that would defeat the whole premise. So we will consider the camera in Dota when it is fixated on you. Given that, there is a little bit of difference between them. In Dota, you can have a showcase view by pressing I. Well, in Albion, you don't really have that. I know, obviously, for similar reasons of seeing angles that you aren't supposed to see. But for the feel factor, in Albion, the camera feels very rigid and heavy. You feel stuck, almost as if you can't turn your head. In PvP scenarios, when someone is behind your minimap, you can't really see them. There are solutions for that, for example, hiding the HUD. And another thing, sometimes there is an unfair advantage for a player on the high ground. The high ground player can see the low ground player, but not the other way around. Now, let's talk about ping. There is a reason everyone calls Albion Lagbion. In Albion, lag doesn't just hurt you, it also hurts your enemies and friends. It seems apparent that the game's lag management needs a huge improvement. I guess we can all agree on that one. The game really doesn't offer much on solving the problem, except recently they added 2 new servers, which we all know doesn't really help to solve the lag problem in a game such as an MMO. I mean, who wants to start from zero and lose a ton of progression? Maybe they'll add character transfer between servers soon. And the lag isn't just because of the internet and the ping, it also is due to the game not being optimized properly. Ping highly differs when dealing with other players or not, so always. It also heats up the system way too much, which results in even more lag. And even sometimes the game completely freezes for 2 or more seconds, which magically coincides with gankers invis jumping you. Well, in Dota, I don't know how, but the game handles ping very well. And even if you really have bad ping, it only affects you. The hero doesn't zoom around uncontrollably for the enemy. In a standard game of Dota, 10 people are playing together. And it doesn't matter if you have 1 or 150 ping, the game plays out smoothly for everyone. Hell, even sometimes the player with the more ping outplays the 1 ping guys. Also, insanely high ping in Dota is very rare, due to the game having servers almost everywhere around the globe. You can always find a server which lets you to connect to a game with less than 100 ping. And the crazy thing is, you don't even need to change character. To be fair, it would break the economy in Albion if they let character transfer between servers. But they can fix it by limiting the amount of silver you can take with you. I mean, fame is the only thing players care about in that scenario. It ain't no way I'm gathering my way to tier 8 again. What is pay to win? This is a definition from Wikipedia. But let me put it this way. I think if you can change the mechanics of a game and tilt the tables toward yourself in respect to the free-to-play players, the game is 100% pay to win. Some say in Albion you can get everything by just playing the game, so it's not pay to win. Well, that's a logical fallacy. The point is not whether you can get it or not. The point is getting the advantage. And in an MMO, advantage is progression. In Albion, progression is winning. A new player with a big wallet can max out all of the talent traits in just 1 day with real money. I mean, really, think about that. Well, good news for the whales, bad news for the free-to-play solo players. In Dota, on the other hand, it is very, very, very different. A Dota player doesn't even know what pay to win means. He's a stranger to it. In Dota, no amount of money buys you advantage of any sort. You win a game if you have a good team. The only things that you can buy are cosmetics and Dota Plus. And believe me, only noobs buy Dota Plus. You don't really need it, it doesn't do anything for you, it just gives you some cool voice lines to use. It doesn't change the gameplay in any sort of way. Personally, I don't enjoy socializing. And I believe most people that play an online game don't. In Albion, you can't experience most of the game alone. And the devs really don't like the solo players. The content for solo players are close to none, and the devs for some unknown reason really like to push the group activities, which doesn't take the solo players into account. There is just not that many things you can do as a solo or even as a duo in Albion. However, in Dota, you can experience 100% of the game as a solo player, or party up with your friend for better coordination. And the biggest friend group that you'll need is made up of 5 people. Whereas in Albion, you need at least 15 to 20 people to form a micro-scale guild. First, watch this.
Hi, I'm Gabe Newell. Sure, people talk shit at me in chat, and about once a week, people say, hey, noob, uninstall the game and but that's really about their enthusiasm for the game.
That was the big man Gabe himself. On average, in a normal game of Dota, you hear 4,500 slurs, and people telling their enemies and teammates to themselves. And they are creative with it. Believe me, I know. Now let's go to the pretty and whimsical world of Albion. Where saying you are a dork is considered cyberbullying and gets you banned for 3,000 years. Deadass. The mods really need to ease up a little. Maybe get a vacation or a girlfriend. I mean, what the hell? Who put these absolute virgin redditors in charge of moderation? See, in Dota, there are no mods. And everyone is doing okay.
Как, блять, этот мудак с пачкой был, блять, под шартом? Прикрой, перезаряжаюсь!
Well, that was comparing Dota 2 and Albion Online in 5 different aspects. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, tell me in the comment section what you think about this type of content. There will be a part 2 if it gets 50 comments. That's it. See you next week. Peace out.